Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to talk about some nickels from the early 2000s. In specific, we're going to talk about the years 2003, 2004, 2005, and 2006. This is what we looked at in 2003. We had the 2003P, the 2003D, and then there was a 2003S, but that's a San Francisco Mint, and that's a proof coin. So you're usually not going to find that in circulation, and it's going to be worth quite a bit more. In 2004, they pretty much did the same thing on the front, or obverse, and that is they have the same Jefferson as 2003. It says, "In God We Trust, Liberty, the Star," 2004D here. In God We Trust, Liberty, 2004 P here. Again, we have a Felix Schlag engraving on the front. But then when we get to the back, you're going like, hey, wait a minute. What did they do here? And this is what they did in 2004 and 2005. They put out 4 different nickels for the Lewis and Clark um, bicentennial. And in 2004, I mean, it was the 200th anniversary. So what happened first, and this we probably should have put them in this order, in 1803, the United States bought the Louisiana Purchase from the country of France, and it included Louisiana, but it went all the way up through to Montana, Idaho, Nebraska, all up through from Louisiana all the way up to the Canadian border. And so this is the first one of the 2004s. It is and you can see it says 2004. Uh, it is the Louisiana Purchase. It's 1803. Now, why is it the 200th anniversary? Well, Lewis and Clark didn't leave in 1803. They left in 1804. So these are to commemorate the 2004 200th anniversary or bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, where they went across the West from St. Louis, Missouri, I believe, to um, Portland, Oregon, or out in that area. So, United States of America, it says Louisiana Purchase 1803, Pluribus Unum 5 cents, and it has the handshake N.E. Nemeth, N-E-M. And this one here, if you look on the back of this one, this is a keelboat design. This is the second one that came out in 2004. And the keelboat design was designed by A. Moletsky, and you can see his initials way back here, the AM. So the second of the coins they released in 2004, same thing, E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, 5 cents. It says Lewis and Clark down here instead of Louisiana Purchase. It has them rowing the keel boat, and that was the keel boat was essentially the boat that they used on the rivers, and you could pole it, you could paddle it, you could see the U.S. flag on the back, and you could sail it, and again the same front. So we had a P and a D for both of these, for both the keel boat and Louisiana Purchase in 2004. And in 2005, again, 2 more commemorative kind of issues, and these were all went into general circulation. Some are harder to find than others, and this one here is the hardest to find of all, even though they made the most of this. So they made about between 350 and 400 million of all of them coins except for the Buffalo coin. And the Buffalo coin they made about 450 million, but people just love these coins and they keep them. So this is the American buffalo to show some of the animals that Lewis and Clark saw when they were going across. And this is when they hit the ocean, and it says, "Ocean view, oh the joy." Now, this coin probably reminds you a lot of the buffalo nickel from before 1938. And here's, if you look at this is, I'll show you, I'll turn this over for you. This is the 1937. In 1938, they made the Buffalo nickel and the Felix Schlag design nickel. So this is a 37, and see how the Buffalo is facing this way. On the 2005, it's facing this way. Same kind of look to the Buffalo, standing on some land with some grass. Little bit different design. Now, This was designed by J. Frankie. And the front, and this is where it gets weird, they didn't have the same fronts. In 2004, in 2004, for the initial ones, they had Jefferson looking left on the front, essentially the first portrait of Jefferson. In 2005, they flipped it over and they did this kind of weird um, with um, a script Liberty. It says "In God We Trust," script Liberty. Funny place for the mint marks. So there's a D and the P, and then the date way down the bottom. So if we look, you can see just how drastically they changed this coin. They turned them from facing left to facing right. They moved the date and the mint mark, which were together on this side, into two different positions. They put Liberty here rather than up here. So see how this one says, "In God We Trust, Liberty." On this one, it's all over here, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and then the mint marks. So in 2005, they switched to this face for the last two of the Lewis and Clark expedition. And then in 2006, a different face on the front again. So if you look at this now, so he went from, let me see if I can get that, facing to the left, and then in 2005 he was facing to the right, and then in 2006 he is like a head-on or almost head-on look at you, and then they put Monticello back on the back. So the engraver on the front is an engraving by Jamie Frankie and Donna Weaver. All right, have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel.